Hello friends, hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to yet another video of the Football Mania to bring you all the latest news and insights from the football world. Wow, wow, wow. These are the only superlatives which I have with me to describe yesterday's match at the Mecca of Indian football, the Vivekanand Yuva Bharati Kridangan Stadium in Kolkata. Yes, it was obviously known a fact that India had already qualified for the AFC Asian Cup next year after the result between the Palestine and Philippines. But it was all about getting the job done and just putting the icing on the cake with an incredible win against Hong Kong. And even in the wildest of my dreams, I had never expected a scoreline of India 4, Hong Kong 0. Yes, my friends, let's just soak it in one more time. India 4, Hong Kong 0. And it is all down to the players and the coach, the way they responded to the rapture of the fans. And obviously, I knew for a fact that Kolkata would, increase its number of fans with every single match. And it was all about getting that energy, getting that positive vibes into them, and the players delivered to the core. And right from the first whistle, in the 56th second of the match, Anwar Ali is free in the penalty box and he slots it into the back of the net. This is the fastest goal under Igor's team match, and that set the ball rolling. And soon after that, it was all about maintaining the composure, handling the pressure, and even the fans were having huge expectations from India coming into this match that they will make it 9 points out of an allotted 9 points, and it was an amazing performance. You can't question any single player in this stupendous performance because obviously the fans have some expectations, but some players are expected to perform better than the others. You can say Sunil Chetri is one of the obviously the leaders of this team, and once it was 1-0, the Indian team was looking composed on the ball. They were always on the front foot. Once again, a shout out to Suresh Wangjam, who was just outstanding in the midfield. I felt that the fullbacks performed brilliantly. The young Naorem Roshan Singh is a star for the future. Let's remember this name, my friends. This name will be echoed across the entire country for a very, very long time. It is not just because of his skills on the ball, but because of his temperament and mentality. This mentality does not come just from playing amateur football. You have to get that experience, you have to get that game time, and you need to be tough, not just physically, but mentally. This is the kind of characteristic that every Indian football player who is playing for the national team needs to have. And not only him, we also saw Akash Mishra on the left hand side. For a 20-year-old, the kind of composure and the kind of energy that he brought on into the wing was just outstanding. You have to give credit to the way Igor Stimac has built that mentality in this team. Come what may, they wanted to keep the clean sheet as well. And once it was 1-0, it became 2-0 in the stroke of half time. A wonderful set piece, a wonderful pick out by Jackson Singh to pick out the leader, captain, legend. Once again, Sunil Chetri scores for Team India and it is 2-0. Going into the break, Igor Stimac was, obviously not going to hold back. He was going to tell his players, it is 2-0 now. We need to make it 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it can be the score line. We have to give something for this crowd for the kind of support that they have given us. And in the second half, what we saw is a completely transformed Indian team. They did not give Hong Kong a sniff of a chance. Yes, Hong Kong didn't come close. There were few moments where Gurpreet Singh Sandhu was looking iffy. He was not quite sure in his decision making. But once again, as I have told in the last few days, Anwar Ali and Sandesh Jhingan have been the pillars of India's defense. And this is the kind of partnership which you need to see in the long run. Igor Stimac has tried a lot of players in that position, even Sana Singh for that matter. You had the likes of Subhashish Bose, you had Pritam Kotal, you had Rahul Bheke, but all the experienced players were having a backseat, and this 23-year-old player who has just come out of a heart surgery, came on and delivered on the pitch. And this is the kind of performance that you require from such youngsters. And as soon as Sunil Chetri came off, I was just expecting, Manveer Singh, Liston Colasso, and even the likes of Ishan Pandita to put on a show, and they did not disappoint one bit. Once again, some brilliant work by Brandon Fernandez on the right hand side. As soon as he gets the ball, he knows what to do. He puts in a clever cutback across the face of the goal, and it is Manveer Singh who pounces to make it 3-0. He deserved that goal because he had a very heavy criticism. There were people who were questioning his goal scoring ability, and he silenced all his critics. Once it became 3-0, India was in cruise control mode. And it was as if whatever India touches turns out to be gold. There were chants of Ale Ale every time India touched the ball and passed it around. And soon after that, in stoppage time, I think it became 4-0. Ishan Pandita once again with a clever run and his first goal for the national team. What a feeling these players must be having after this stupendous performance. And it was a clever flick as well in the near post. And it's all about making that run. It's all about catching the defenders cold. And this is exactly why I feel that India has a plethora of talent. Obviously, the fans played their part, and Igor Stimac deserves credit because you just cannot question anything from this match. I had predicted a narrow 1-0 victory, but in the end, it became a resounding, a comfortable, a commanding 4-0 win. And with this, India has a goal difference of +7, and they have qualified as the group toppers, the group winners of Group D, and it is all down to the way this team has performed under pressure. Yes, India was the host nation. There was a lot of questions raised about how Igor Stimac will field his players, what will be the lineup, what will be the formation. However, he has silenced all his doubters, and even in the post-match press conference, he was talking to the media. He said that India requires time. India requires time to understand, build that culture, build that community which is going to back the blue team. And obviously, the Blue Tigers are going to play a lot of friendlies after this qualifiers. So I am expecting a lot of these young players to get the game time, get that exposure, and remain competitive. So guys, it was once again a thrilling day for Indian football, and I'm expecting some more brilliant action to come throughout the year. So what do you think are India's chances in the Asian Cup? Please put in your thoughts in the comment section. And for regular updates from the world of football, please do not forget to subscribe to the Football Mania. So until next time, stay safe and take care.